Hello, I'm Samantha Anderson, Director of Communications with Newton Public Schools, and I'm here with Superintendent Dr. Deb Ham for another Board of Education update. We're just going to go through some of the highlights of last night or Monday night's Board of Education meeting. The first has to do with a proposal for the weighted grades and honors system at Newton High School. Some students and parents and teachers expressed some concerns, and we also heard from the principal and some of the teachers that were part of the proposal. So can you just let us know what's in that proposal and some of the concerns?
Well, the proposal, the cum laude system, was put into place in 2013, and that included another aspect of that, which is weighted grades. So the two things are kind of separate, but they also fit nicely together. So the changes that are being proposed center around providing some additional opportunities for some students who take advanced courses in areas that were not previously acknowledged. And so looking at how do we expand, there was a lot of conversation around that. In 2013, we had fewer students that attended colleges outside of HCC, for example. Now we have students that are attending college at Fort Hays State University at the same time that they are Newton High School students. So how do we adjust for the new ways? So a team of teachers and administration and a representative from Bethel College, HCC, were included in a conversation around what would that look like. So they are recommending a few changes, and they're pretty dramatic. And so it's understandable that people would express concerns over some things. So the GPA is increased in the cum laude system, and the emphasis is still on advanced work, but it also includes courses that would be taught at a university, dual credit courses. In other words, they get college credit and they get high school credit at the same time. And students are still required to take AP courses and in at least 2 subject areas for the summa cum laude. And then from there, it just goes down a little bit as far as the requirements are concerned for each level of the summa cum laude. Weighted grades, the student's perspective and parents' perspective is that weighted grades helps them to be motivated, and it helps them to want to take a more advanced course because there's a benefit to them as far as I'm going to risk my grade point average by trying a more challenging course. And so if I can get a weighted grade, if I get a B in the class, but I've worked really hard and it's an advanced course, it doesn't hurt my GPA in the same way that if I take an advanced course and I get a B in it, then my GPA is reflected. What we're finding, though, or what was shared with the Board of Education, is that a lot of universities don't count weighted grades, and so is there really a continued benefit for that? And I think the staff provided some research that they had done on that topic. So again, it's a recommendation from the school, and it will be something that the board will consider again, possibly for final action in June.
And just to double check, I thought I heard something about ACT scores not also being, is that true as well?
That is true as well. And it's not that ACT scores aren't important, because they certainly are. And that really is the best way for students to have opportunities as it relates to scholarships. So the higher their ACT score, the potential for higher scholarship money. So those scores are really important. But in a educational environment that also includes career ready students may not have an ACT score or a really high ACT score. A lot of our students our district average is 21. That's a great score for getting into a statewide university, but more prestigious universities require higher scores. More scholarship money comes with higher scores. So students still need to be engaged in taking those high-level math courses, English courses, science courses, social studies courses in order to have the best position for scholarship money, and also the best way to be ready to take the ACT. So, but the new system, because it applies to advanced students in career and technical education, as well as advanced students in a more of a liberal arts set of coursework, then we don't want to exclude one group and include another group. So the ACT is still really important, but the cum laude system doesn't include it.
Okay. And then we also honored some of our supporters in the community with the Friends of Education program, and they announced who they were for this year. Can you just let me know who they are?
Sure. This year, we do this annually, and it's the Friends of Education Award. And so we want to recognize those community members that have really impacted our schools by their volunteer hours and the way that they help us. So this year we recognized Excel. They have been a long-standing partner with USD 373 in the Career Technical Education program, and I think it's 30 years that they have been engaged. So we wanted to recognize them. Also, Kerner Heights Church and Trinity Heights United Methodist Church, both were recognized for their working relationship with Sunset Elementary. They are a neighborhood churches to the school, and they're there greeting kids, having lunch with kids, reading. I mean, they're just really great to come out and work with our elementary kids. So appreciate their efforts.
And then we heard a presentation from Tyler Swally, the new principal of the Opportunity Academy. Can you just let us know what that is?
Opportunity Academy is a school that will be on the campus of Ember Hope, and the campus school will serve the students that are residential students at that campus. In addition to that, we will be partnering with them to run a school for students that are in between 7th grade and 12th grade in our local schools. And that will be for students who just need a smaller setting to be able to work. There will be smaller class sizes, for example. It'll be self-paced instruction, so they'll be working on content at their own pace and to address their needs. And then in addition to that, we'll also be focusing on project-based learning and providing opportunities for these students to engage in the community. And so we're really looking forward to that. This also might benefit students that might be at risk of graduating, because they will be able to work at their own pace. And for some students, that's just really helpful. Like if they work a job, we have a number of students that work and go to school. So is there a way that we can help support them in addressing their needs and for their family, and then also help them graduate from school?
Okay. And then we also, the Board of Education also approved a method for bond election that's coming up on September 3rd. What did they decide?
Well, they had Rick Pyfo from the county came and explained the different options and the return rates. Board asked great questions, and they decided to move forward with a mail-in ballot. So the mail-in ballots will be mailed out to voters registered in the school district sometime around the 1st of August, and then they just have to be returned by September 3rd.
All right. And again, we had a few gifts made over the last month to our school district. What were those?
We had a substantial donation of $12,000 from the Gene Haas Foundation towards Newton High School machining program, and that will focus on scholarships for the students, and also to help them with NIMS credentialing in that program. So it's an industry standard credential system. So really excited about that. And Jackie and Scott Nelson donated $2,000 in the form of a Honda Accord, and we're really excited about that because the students in the automotive program at Newton High School really enjoy working on cars. So we're excited to have that available to them. There were 3 donations, all to help support Chisholm Middle School for field trips this spring. And those were from Bank of West for $50, Newton Lions Club for $100, and First Bank of Newton for $100. So again, really appreciate the support of our community.
All right. Well, that's all we have for you. Thank you so much for all the information. Our next meeting will be on June the 10th at McKinley. And if you have any more questions, feel free to leave them in the comments section. Thanks. Have a great day.